Tonight we're going to carve a baseball player. This is an older one I've had laying around. I didn't seal it up as well when I put the gel stain on it, so it's a little dark. This one here is natural aspen with just some spray on it. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, see if that's any better. Okay, I think that might work. Some of these, another one that's been carved. You know, you can make them about any way that you'd like. Okay, let's get going. This is what the piece of wood looks like to begin with. It's about 1.5 inches across, 1 inch tall, 2 3/4 inches long. I've went ahead and rounded it out. Everything that I carved goes by a bread box. If you look right there, there you go. You can see that it's pretty much the same. So let's get carving here. I'll put my block so I know that I'm in the middle of my screen. I'm going to come down to the lower right. That cut right there is going to be the bottom of my hat. I got a little twisted curve in it. Relief cut. We're going to come down. It's going to be a little bit lower in the back because our hat sits lower in the back of our head than it does on the front. Now you can make that bill as long as you like. We're going to come down here, put the bottom of our ear in. Okay, look to see where it is on the back side. Okay, relieve it. Okay, you always push with your thumb. That's where your power is coming from, except for that cut right there. That's all power from the right hand. So keep your thumb and fingers out of the way. Put your blade up. Pull up with your thumb. Now, just do a quick little stop cut. There you go. Do the same to this side. Now that block right there that we're blocking out, that will be the ear, okay? Okay, there's your stop cut. Okay, now that cut right there is the top of the eyebrow. Right here will be the bottom of his nose. Stop cut. I'm going to pop a chunk out right there. I was asked to do this probably 6 months ago, and I just haven't got around to making another video. Since it's baseball season and there's no baseball, might as well celebrate baseball players. What I'm doing, I should have left more in a V shape in the middle there. You want to try to leave the same amount of wood on each side. I'm going to come down for his nose, take it off. Okay, I'm going to come in. Right there will be in there. Rounding his nose off, don't leave any big square points. You can take a little chip out right there, okay? Then it comes down on a curve. Take a chip out right there. Now, we're just going to take and round that up slightly. Doing the same on the other side. Okay. Our nose is narrower at the bridge by our eyes. Just going to taper it up a little bit. Now, you start from the outside. We're going to put a little U cut up there. Now, Helving makes a flex blade. If you take the time to switch out blades and you haven't made that cut very much, you'll find that blade will help you a ton. Just because it will flex. Let's go ahead and do the same. We're going to put the arch in the bill of our hat. Keep your fingers out of the way. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good right there. We're going to take that corner off my knife right there. Might as well just do it right over here too. Okay, top of the eyebrows, top of the ear, do the same to the other side. Okay. Now, you can curve that up a little bit so you can see. Go ahead and make 3 or 4 little cuts there. Then pop it off. And you can see where the tip of your knife is because that wood will peel off. Okay, right here. Hopefully you can see that angle. Going to peel that ear back so we have a good taper on it. Now we'll come in a little straighter. There, that's what we want right there. Okay. Keep that piece of wood because that tells me where the center of my camera is. I usually have one of my boys hold the camera, but they said 20 minutes is too long, Dad. So they gave me this holder for my Father's Day or birthday. I thought I'd give it a whirl and see how it works. Okay, put the bottom of his ear in. Just round off his earlobe. You can level them out a little bit too, you know, make them so they match. Okay, now we're going to do hair. Now, keep your knife perpendicular when you do those curves, cuts. If you don't, you'll find that your knife comes, but your tip will be left right into that block of wood. So that tip is razor sharp, but it's also pretty thin. Just going to take that up and smooth it just a little bit. Okay, let's do it to the other side. All right, let's go ahead, put a cheek in. Now you can see from the bottom what that's supposed to look like. Okay, let's take that down too, because our chin doesn't stick out further than our face. Okay, now where we put that nair line in, come in. I like to swoop out right there. Just a stop cut. Let's come up and relieve it. Let's do the same right here. You can take your dockyards and put a little deeper nair in there if you'd like. I got that little piece hanging up. I like it a little more rounded. Okay, let's put her mouth in. We'll just give him a little half grin. Okay, come up. It looks like a top piece of a heart to me when you do that cut right there. Okay, let's go ahead and put bottom lip in. Leave plenty of wood there. You can take it off and thin his lip up later. Okay. Just defining the bottom lip just a little bit. Now we can take and put a little cut here if we want. There's so many different ways to carve your mouth. Just do one that you're comfortable with. It's always fun to practice a new one. Need to clean that out just a little bit more right there. All right, let's flip him over. Keep your thumb back out of the way now. Okay, let's give him a little bit of a jaw. All right, now our hat doesn't stick out that far. So we're going to just cut that side of the hat off. Okay, when I told you earlier you could make that bill any size you want, you need a piece of wood that comes out further a little bit. But we'll make it look bigger here in just a couple minutes when we clean out and give him a forehead. Go ahead and make sure you get that bill the shape that you want. I like to do it now because if you do it later, this piece of wood's pretty thin and you can snap it off pretty easy. Now you can leave a flat brim hat like the younger kids wear, but I always have a curve in my ball cap, so that's the way I carve them. Get your taper in on your side. A little thinner on the top than it is at the base. See where it goes over your head. Then you decide how tall you want your hat. Okay, now a lot of them like to put a little cut right here where it shows where it goes from the brim to the baseball cap. So just put a quick couple cuts in right here. You can put a button back there if you want with your dockyard, but this is just a quick demo on how to do a face and a baseball cap. Okay, put your knife right here. This is what I was telling you, where you could take and make your hat brim look a little deeper and bigger. Just cleaning it out a little bit. For those of you that have watched her to the end, the nick on my thumb is from preparing a grafting scion today. Well, it was yesterday. It's springtime and I've been doing some grafting on my fruit trees. You carve all the time and you make one little cut on a grafting scion and nick your thumb. Makes you feel pretty special. Alright, you can spend all the time you want cleaning them up, but that was just for a quick little demo. Needs my toothbrush down here and clean him up. I think that gives you the idea. I don't like his mouth. We got a dockyard here real quick. It's not one of my best heads, but it'll do for a little quick carving demo. Theories are pretty much the same, but get a brush and clean all those little chips out and we'll be good. Happy carving. I can't remember who wanted the baseball cap. Sorry it took so long, but hopefully it gives you just enough pointers that you can have some fun and do it yourself. Have a good night.